Science is the intellectual and practical activity encompassing the systematic study of structure and behavior of the physical and natural world through observation and experiment. It only studies the physical world that could be perceived by our senses, and it can't describe things which are not related to the physical world, like the existence of the Creator, the existence of soul, ethics, morals, and etc. But the knowledge that we get from science leads us to the reality beyond this physical existence. Science consists of facts and theories, and this is where the problem arises, because theories are not always true. Some of them are proven to be wrong, and some of them are even lies which were intentionally propagated to the public. And on the other side, the majority of people blindly follow and believe anything that are being fed to them. Because today blind obedience is the norm. So what is the cause that people are taking this slavery system as trustable? It has two reasons. First, the compulsory state-run education system, also known as public school system, and second, the media. With the help of these two brainwashing mediums, they control and manipulate all of the information that you get, not for a short period, rather for a prolonged period of time. Imagine you enter to the public education system from your childhood till your adulthood, and you constantly get some information as trustable facts. And then you get the very same information again and again from some documentaries and movies that are constantly trying to convince you that there is no reason behind all of the existence. They don't teach you things which help you to know the purpose of your life or things that help you to know your Creator. For instance, they don't teach you the importance of Fibonacci sequence, which is a clear evidence for the existence of a designer. Because they know that if you constantly get such kind of information, your brain is strongly capable of analyzing the information and coming up with the conclusion that there's a designer for all of these things. And that's why they never teach you these things in school. Maybe just a little bit in university, but even there, they don't explain the reason behind it. And that's why we see these actors known as scientists appearing on the screen and fill up your mind with their atheistic explanations and theories. They aren't as intelligent as most of you might think. They are being promoted by the system as credible scientists so that people accept their words.
I mean, we have to remember that much of the roots of biology, physiology, medicine, chemistry, physics, mathematics, and so on grew up from the Islamic religion. The Islamic religion encourages intelligence and investigation and for us to know our physical world and so on. So the early Muslims experienced this explosion in knowledge that led to the first universities like the University at Cordoba and so on, and the centers of Islamic knowledge became known as the centers not only of Islamic religion, but also science and learning. And it was from these origins that so much of science has grown.
Of course, not every information they give you is wrong. The majority of information that you get from science agencies are true. But the most focused issues are not those which are true. Rather, the most discussed issues are the false theories. First, they deliver false information and back them up with some irrelevant reasons in order to convince you to accept it as truth. And we see a lot of theories that were supposed to be correct in the past, but today all of them are rejected. Now imagine how many generations have believed them as truth. Second, they deliver the true information and keep the reason behind it hidden. Instead, they give you some false explanation like coincidence to be the reason behind everything existing around us. And that's how they promote atheism among the society.
I'll give you an example. One of my sons was studying biology, and his biology teacher started talking about where everything's created from. In other words, he went from biology to cosmology. Instead of sticking with biology, which is the science of living things, he moved to the science of being, which is ontology, cosmology. This is a whole other branch. But philosophers like Dawkins is a biologist. But very often scientists, because they recognize how insignificant their knowledge truly is in relation to the big questions of existence, they often have this impulse or urge to engage in metaphysics and philosophy, even though they're not trained in these subjects. But they're clever people, they read books, and so they begin to espouse positions about the world, where it came from. Biology is very different. So this is important to note, that a lot of their cosmological conclusions are simply false. For instance, they don't believe in a creator God, most of these cosmologists. They say that if the Big Bang occurred, then there's probably alternate universes. So it's just a universe begetting another universe. That's a pure conjecture. And then they have magical formulas they put on the board. You know, they write all those magical formulas. You see pictures of Einstein, and it's all magic, gibberish. You know gibberish? You know gibberish, where that comes from? It comes from Jabir bin Hayyan. Because when Jabir's books reached Europe, they couldn't understand them, so they called it gibberish. You know, that's true etymology. So they put up all these things, and of course you don't understand. There's only 15 people on the planet that can understand them, right? But he's saying, oh, here, this can happen in quantum physics. Things can just pop into existence.
They know how to manipulate the reality you live. Think of your brain. The whole reality that you're experiencing is being perceived with your brain. It is responsible to perceive, process, and analyze the data that you get from your surrounding. And then with the help of the pre-knowledge that you have, your brain either rejects the data or it will accept it as truth. Now think about it. What happens if someone feeds your brain from your childhood till now with some fake information or false theories again and again? Your brain gets used to it and accepts it as truth, and it wouldn't be able to think otherwise. And this is what system is doing with you. That means that a part of the reality that you're experiencing is built up with lies. And as a result, most of the people get